Hello and welcome to the channel. I'm Alex, and this is the Midweek Market Report, where we go over the action of the week and take a look at the market monitor and see what it has to say going forward. I'll do a little bit of a portfolio update as well. If that's something you're into, stick around. All right, so we're looking at the S&P 500, ticker symbol SPY. And yeah, we gapped up today on the news of Trump de-escalating with China, and then of course we got more news today that he didn't say what he said. Just the normal stuff in this market where you say one thing to pump it, and then the next day you come in and you say, "Oh, you didn't do that." So pretty interesting stuff. Yeah, I mean, I think I made a market update on Monday. I was saying, okay, we went down, but we rallied in today, so more likely we would bounce. We got the bounce. We got the follow-through day. And today is a follow-through day. So even though we ended at the low today, it's still a bullish day. I mean, we still are up 1.6% on the S&P 500, 1.7% on the IWV. The Russell 3000 is which I track, so everything's all good. And when we get into the market monitor stuff, I'll show you what's going on there, and it's pretty bullish. Everything's looking pretty bullish. Now, I will say that these moving averages are crossing here, which is the yearly moving average and the quarterly moving average. My target for this follow-through day rally is still one of these averages, and that's when I was gonna actually buy some puts, and we're getting the VIX. Let me see, where's that at? We're getting the VIX down. It's at 28. I mean, my target was to get it around 26 area to purchase puts, because I was selling some call spreads, just to like I think on the last upwave. But yeah, I think this time around I'll actually go in and buy some puts, because we'll take a look at some analogs today of what I think this market is probably going to do. And it's looking like we're probably going to retest like 490 again. And I'd like to have some puts during that. And then, of course, I'm selling calls on a lot of these positions I'm in. But anyways, let's get into the market monitor and see what's going on. Okay. Yeah, so let's take a look. So 2 follow-through days in a row, which is pretty good. Okay, now this is the most bullish thing I've seen so far, is the number of stocks in stage 2 uptrends is now above the 16-period moving average, and the number of stocks in downtrends is now below the 16-period moving average. Now, what kind of preceded that was this trend indicator, was what I was saying, last week, is that, okay, the crash is over because we finally got this trend under 1, which ended up being right. But yeah, this is good to see that the stage analysis is confirming the bullishness. Okay, so yeah, we ended at the low of the day. That's what this R means. And then yeah, so that's not ideal, but we still gapped up pretty big. So it's not bad. Okay, we're above the 10-day. Now, this entire time we've been able to get above the 10-day, and similar to what happened here, we got smashed. So if we don't get smashed tomorrow, that would be a bullish comparison to right here. Okay. And by the way, X21 is the distance from the 21 moving average, exponential moving average. So we'll have to see. I mean, tomorrow's everything's pointing to getting smashed, so we'll see what happens. And then the put call ratio's up, similar to here. Okay, but the VIX is already elevated compared to that one. So, there's not too much upside to people trying to smash it down, but there's the opportunity there. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah. Everything else is pretty much, what to say. Yeah. I mean, 440 stocks in the higher highs. Yeah. Let me see here. What else? 70 stocks in the 5% bullish. That's all good. Now, I'm surprised that we're actually going up, because the short-term momentum down is actually going down. So that's also bullish. The fact that, this short-term momentum indicator is indicating that we should be going down, but actually we're going up. So, maybe we go down, get some distribution, and then make that tiny little higher low to keep going up and test those moving averages. Yeah, the TD sell is starting to come up. So, this is bullish stuff. Last time we kind of fell when it was 400, but it's not as much this time, which is a good sign. Yeah, anxiety index is over 30K. I mean, this is the time to be bullish longer term. Because, I mean, when the anxiety index gets above 30K, it's very, very bullish. It's very, very bullish longer term. And what I was saying earlier is like, this long-term breadth never went negative. And okay, I'll show you guys something else that I'm checking out. Here, let's go back here. And then here, let's check out this market outlook. Okay, I know you guys probably can't see this, but or it's very small. But I keep this little dot here for the long-term breadth because this is the 200 moving average, right? And so basically, we just had a bunch of days where, bad data was coming off, okay, which kept it up, okay. But now we're gonna start getting some good data that's gonna roll off. So, that could lend itself to this whole. We might rally a little bit more into the moving average and then pull back because some of this, good data here is gonna start rolling off. Okay, so anyways, I just thought I'd show you that. Let's go back up to, actually, let's go here. So, I mean, yeah, that's what I'm looking at. I'm perhaps something more along the lines of, yeah, maybe we go down just a tiny little bit here tomorrow. I mean, we should get smashed. So if we don't, that'll be pretty bullish. Now, I want to show you guys some analogs here of what I'm looking at. Okay, so on the right, we have our market. What do we have here? This is the S&P 500 in 2011. Okay, and if you notice here, we had a bullish day when the volume spiked. Okay, or sorry, a bullish week when the volume spiked, and we had a lower week, and then we had a positive week, and then we moved up in the week and then crashed down below, and then retested that low and then continued higher. We could do that, okay? But if we look at the analog, this is a stronger candle here, and this is a stronger candle. So, it's looking like we could really test that 560 area. Yeah, it looks pretty likely. Now, here's another analog is 2015. Same thing, pretty bullish candle. Now, this is a better candle because it's extending into the previous bar a little bit more than this one. Went down, rallied up to the moving average, got crushed down similar to this. Okay? Made a higher low, boom, then retest. So, I mean, this thing here is looking bullish than both of them. So I'm thinking we should easily get back up to that 560 level. So that's just all I wanted to show you guys. Yeah, I mean, let's move back. Yeah, to the S&P 500. Yeah, so I mean, things are looking good. Tesla had pretty good earnings. I mean, not much else to. Let me see. Yeah, Tesla's moving back. I sold some of these 320 calls. It seems like an area of interest right here out of June. Getting paid pretty good for those. What else did I do? I think I sold some calls in Tempest. I sold the 70 calls for June. Yeah, I mean, I'm just selling calls up. What is it? 40% in 2 months for 10% of the value. So it's pretty easy to sell those calls. What else? What else did I do? Sold some calls in KWeb in the day. This 37 calls in June. Just trying to sell some 20 delta calls because they're really expensive. Oh, and then this FTAI, I sold the 125 calls for June. Yeah, what else? I mean, that's basically all I did. And yeah, so that's the market update. And yeah, if you guys are curious about anything I said, um, yeah, feel free to give me a ring. This is the stock operator, so leave a comment down below, like, subscribe, and you guys have a great day. And I'll see you on the end of the week market update. All right, cheers.